Toronto's hottest fiesta is back. Taco Fest is happening this weekend at Fort York. And this morning, we are getting a sample of all the highlights. Joining me now is Brad Wishin from Cravings Food Co. And we should give a shout out to Jorge and Yuri Lopez, our mariachi band this morning. Woo! We should have tacos and a mariachi band every day on CP24 breakfast.
I think we're going to arrange that for you.
All right, people love tacos, and you have a big festival taking place this weekend. Tell me a little bit more of Taco Fest.
So this is our eighth summer doing this event. It's happening at a new venue this year, Fort York. It's happening this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We have this year 45 vendors and over 350 varieties of dishes at the event. And we brought some highlights today for you to sample on.
Yeah, so tacos have come a long way. Now we are seeing every sort of ingredient immersed into tacos. What do we have here?
So here we have a little bit of a different take here. So this is a hot honey fried chicken taco from our friends at Heirloom. Very delicious. Here we have a classic, and this is a super popular dish right now. This is a birria taco. We have some slow-cooked beef, and then we have a consommé. You dip it in there, and you just get in there for a big bite.
And it looks like the shell is deep fried?
The shell is deep fried.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, and then of course.
Yeah, so this is a unique spin on a classic Mexican corn. So here they have it dusted in Cheetos, flaming hot Cheetos.
Stop.
Yes.
Really? Can I sample a little bit?
Yeah, I'll sample some with you. Checks out. Those are Cheetos.
Oh, and there's a bit of a kick to it. That's delicious.
That's from Dope is Duck. That's a really, that's a really.
Dope is Duck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You know what those are.
I know, churros. I love churros.
Those are churros. So we have here churro bites and the 3 different dipping sauces. I feel like you might want to go in there and
try.
Tell us what those are all about.
Okay, and what are the dipping sauces that come with them?
Dulce de leche, bit of like a caramel sauce, chocolate, and condensed milk.
Oh, I gotta go with chocolate.
Yeah.
There we go. And while I'm sampling this, tell us a little bit more Taco Fest. Toronto isn't just the only location that you host this festival.
No, so Toronto is this weekend, and then Labor Day weekend, we're doing it in Montreal, and then we have some new locations in store for 2025. Ottawa and LA. You know, focusing on Toronto though, this year we have a mariachi band, we have salsa dancing lessons, we have tequila tastings, lots of different workshops going on to sort of, you know, give our attendees lots of different things to experience at the event.
Why do people love tacos so much?
I get that question a lot. And the best answer I have for you is they're just such a perfect vessel to put something delicious on. You have traditional tacos like the birria here, and then you have something a little bit more out of the box, like hot and honey fried chicken. Mexican food is, you know, just like the perfect festival food, and you know that's why we're doing it for an 8th year.
Love it.
Yeah.
And somebody wins a trophy?
Somebody wins a trophy. So this is actually new this year. We've had this award for past years. Last year, a vendor called Kong's Hot Tacos won it for a bulgogi beef taco.
Oh, okay, so a little bit of Korean infusion.
Yeah, exactly.
There,
yeah, and so this year we decided to gold plate a taco, and somebody will be taking this back to their restaurant and win the best taco of the year.
Okay, so there you go. Taco Fest taking place August 9th to August 11th at Fort York. For more information, where can people go?
thetacofest.ca.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay, and we of course we have our mariachi band, Jorge and Yuri Lopez. Take it away. Ay, mi morena de mi corazón. Ay, 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 mi amor. Ay, mi morena de mi corazón.
corazón. Ay, 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 mi amor. Ay, mi morena de mi corazón. Oh.
Thank you so much. Thank you. The highly anticipated TD International Jerk Food and Music Festival is back from this Friday to Sunday at Centennial Park in Etobicoke. And this morning we are joined by Chef Nicole King, who will be showcasing her cooking skills this weekend. But first, giving us a lesson in barbecue jerk pizza. Chef Nicole joins us now. Welcome.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here today.
We should mention you're the founder of Miss King's Kitchen.
Yes, I am. Miss King's Kitchen is a ghost kitchen that operates out of the GTA region.
Love it. Now, you've been a part of the Jerk Fest before, like demonstrating.
Yes.
What's it like? What's the experience like?
The experience is absolutely amazing. You get to bring in so many new people, get to come in, taste our food, because we will be under the Black Energy tent, which is a demonstration tent brought to you by DoorDash. And the first 50 people get to taste all of our food. And we have 3 shows, both on the Saturday and on the Sunday.
Love it, love it. Okay, so what do we have this morning?
Okay, so today we're gonna be making our jerk pizza. So we're gonna go through some of the ingredients. So first, this is just a store-bought pizza dough. Just follow the instructions for that, okay? Next, we're gonna layer on some cheese. Did you wanna help me out with this? Okay, so just
Anywhere?
anywhere, yeah.
right.
Just put cheese all over there. There you go.
Generous amount or
Generous,
you just,
that
it's
should be good,
pizza,
right? Exactly.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. From there, we have some jerk chicken and we have some jerk shrimp. Now, let's talk about jerk for really quickly. Some main ingredients that go into the jerk seasoning is thyme, pimento, and allspice. Now, with all 3 of those ingredients combined, you're gonna get that beautiful smoky and like earthy tones to that jerk seasoning, okay?
What gives it that kick that you feel?
That kick is that Scotch bonnet pepper. That's what gives it that right there for you. So then we're gonna add some shrimp on there as well.
Oh, together.
Together. This is a jerk barbecue pizza, okay? So load on all the toppings that you want, okay? Then we got some red onion. There we go.
And this is easy to do,
This
right?
is super easy to do. Now this is some jerk seasoning, right?
Oh.
One more sniff.
Love
Tell me
it.
that doesn't smell really
Yes.
good. So we're just gonna put a few little driplets of some jerk seasoning on there as
So
well.
it's got a tangy scent to it.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of lime in there as well. That's probably where you're smelling a little bit of the tang from. Okay, and then we got some caramelized pineapples. I don't know who doesn't like pineapples on their pizza, but I like pineapples on my
I
pizza.
like pineapple on my
So we're gonna put
pizza.
some of those pineapples on there as well.
Okay, and we have the recipe up on our screen, so if anybody wants to try this at home, you can. It's super easy.
It is super, super easy.
Okay.
Now, from this,
Yes.
you're gonna put it into the barbecue. Obviously, you can put it into your oven as well, but it's the summertime, so why not be on the patio? So you can put this on your barbecue,
Yes.
and you want to let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes until everything gets all real gooey and nice. Now,
And any sort of pan will work for the barbecue?
any sort of pan, make sure it's a full cast iron or a nice good iron pan, because obviously nothing with anything plastic.
No, yes, that I understand. But any sort of pan that will go into a barbecue
Any sort of
will
pan that
work.
will go into a barbecue will work. I like to do something that has a little shape, so then it keeps my pizza all together.
Okay, and then voila, how long do you barbecue?
I would say about 15 to 20 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah, I actually have one. Did
Sure.
you want to have a look at it?
Of course.
Okay, let's go over to the barbecue.
Yeah, let's bring it out here and...
All
and-
right, so let's just have a...
Ah!
Ooh.
That looks fantastic.
Okay, but there's still a few more things I would like to do.
Sure.
So I'm going to quickly get this.
Yes.
Okay.
And while you're doing that, I'll mention with the TD Jerk Fest Toronto, there is an event before the weekend. It's on August 8th with the meet and greet boat cruise. And then, of course, the main event, August 9th to 11th at Centennial Park. And get this. Customers who donate 3 non-perishable food items at the gate will be entered to win a draw to either win a $25 gift card to a grocery store or the Jerk Fest Grocery Grab Grand Prize presented by Jerk Fest Cares. Okay, slice it up.
Okay.
Everybody behind the scenes here is drooling. I want to try this.
Now, this is a nice, good, thick crust. I like my crust nice and thick.
Yes.
So here we go.
And if people want more information about you, where can they find you?
They can find me on MissKingsKitchen.com.
Okay. And for more information about the festival, it's jerkfestival.ca.
Jerkfestival.ca. Okay.
I'll take a little piece here because I'm going to do a TV bite.
Yes, do a little TV bite for us.
Okay.
How's that taste?
Oh my God.
Now, if we wanted to spice it up, we could put a little bit more barbecue sauce on there.
Love it. Oh, that's so good.
Right?
And it's not spicy.
It's not that spicy because now I added a little bit of honey in that barbecue sauce as well. It tones everything down.
Love it. Before we go to commercial break, I gotta show you your shoes.
Oh,
look at this. We've got the same kind of shoes on. Love it.
Ladies in heels.
Ladies in heels. Love it. Thank you so much, Chef Nicole.
Thank you.
Wine and jerk pizza, barbecue pizza, to break.
Brave vault hunters! You've come in search of the secret lost vault of Pandora!
You ready to kick some?
Okay, let's go.
Hey.
Borderlands is set to take over theaters this weekend based on the popular video game series. The movie packs an A-list cast and plenty of action as a group of unlikely teammates go on a mission to save a missing girl that could save or destroy the world. Joining us now in studio is Florian Montianu, who portrays Krieg in Borderlands. Welcome to CP24 Breakfast.
Here we go. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Were you a fan of the video game?
First of all, I'm a fan of Toronto.
Oh, yes.
Love the city. Happy to be here. I heard a lot of good things about Canada and Toronto, so thanks for having me. And yes, been a fan, played the games. Krieg was my favorite character when I was playing the game, so now it's a kind of a childhood dream that becomes reality of actually impersonating this character, yeah.
And you look like this character. I had a chance to see an early screening of it, and as soon as you came up, I went, oh my goodness, he is Krieg.
Yeah.
What did you do to prepare for this role? Because it's a very physical role.
So a lot of training and almost no food. It was probably my hardest preparation so far, just because I was shirtless 24/7. So usually when you shoot a movie, at some point you're allowed to put some shirts on, you're allowed to put some clothes on. I wasn't allowed to put any shirt on at any time. I had to be shirtless 24/7, like I said. And as you know, the character from the games, he has this unreal shape, right? Because he's an unreal character. And to create or to recreate that shape, I had to be in the best shape of my life. So no food, no carbs, a lot of training, a lot of sleepless hours, but in the end of the day, we made it work.
It was worth it. The costume's incredible. What was it like trying to film scenes with the mask?
Yeah, that was challenging, for sure. The character is basically bringing the violence to the table when it comes to this movie. A lot of fighting scenes, a lot of action sequences. So I'm moving a lot. And once I'm moving, the mask moves too, right? So when it comes to shooting a movie and fighting scenes in a movie, you're not allowed to hit the people in front of you, right? You have to miss. So your vision is the most important thing that you have. And because the mask was moving all the time, that was quite difficult. But once again, here also, we made it work somehow, We always find a way to get through.
Let's talk about the stellar cast.
Yes,
Talk
please.
about A-list stars, Kate
Yes.
Blanchett, Jamie Lee Curtis, Kevin Hart, Jack Black. I mean, was this a master
goes
class?
on
It
and
goes
on.
on.
Yeah,
Was it
yeah.
a master class in acting for you?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I keep telling everyone, you want to work with the best in the industry just because they will automatically make you better as well, right? You want to improve in your craft, and when you look to your right and to your left, and you have Oscar winners and global superstars, I mean, that alone, their presence alone makes you better. And I was privileged to work with them for 4+ months. Wow. And it made me better as well. So, again, it's a childhood dream that becomes reality. And I was fan of the game, so it was not really, it was a no-brainer for me to take this. But when I saw the cast, I was like, hell yeah, I want to be in this.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's not easy to take something like a video game that is so popular around the world and then translate that on the big screen. I thought Eli Roth did an incredible job of doing that.
Oh,
Like
absolutely.
when you went on set, did you feel like you were entering The Borderlands, the different planets?
Well, I was feeling that I'm entering the game,
Yeah.
you know, because him and, you know, his vision, he recreated the very unique atmosphere that those games have to them, which I thought was pretty much impossible, just because it's very tough to recreate something from a video game. I think he nailed it. I mean, prior to me coming to set, I was talking with him a lot about the character, about his vision, about what he wants to do with this movie. And again, I'm very happy with the outcome. I mean, I've seen it twice now. I've seen it 2 days ago on a very big screen in LA. I'm very happy now for the fans to see it as well.
I want to switch gears a little bit. I know you've been a part of some pretty big films like Shang-Chi and, of course, Creed.
Yes.
Victor Drago, your character, there's been a lot of buzz about a spin-off to that. Can you give us any little thing? Like, fans are dying to hear about this.
Well, I'm dying to hear about this too, you know. So listen, you know, the Drago character obviously is very close to my heart just because I came from the world of boxing. And that was basically my first step into, you know, the Hollywood industry. The Creed movies have been successful. The Rocky franchise is iconic. And I think Drago is a very iconic character of this franchise. So now we want to explore, right? Now we want to see more. You know, we have seen 3 Creed movies by now. And I think the father-son story with the Dragos, there's still so much more to tell. We were working on this for almost 4 years now. It's finally coming to fruition. I can't tell too much because, you know, I will get in a lot of trouble if I keep talking here, but we on it, and let's see what happens next year.
Okay, can't wait. Thank you for that. And again, though, Borderlands opens in theaters tomorrow. You don't want to miss it. Everyone, Florian Montianu, right here on CP24 Breakfast. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Well, if you've been watching CP24 Breakfast, we've had this extensive coverage all morning. A surfer down at Woodbine Beach. And, guys, we have an incredible scoop for you this morning. Live at Woodbine Beach, we have the surfer.
That's right. This is Max. He is standing by right now live. This has been captivating our viewers all morning long. So we're watching this right now. This is Max's, what we would argue was his best run of the morning for sure. So take a look at this nice run on those waves here. So let's get into the conversation now with Max. Our cameraman Ken Enlow grabbed him as he came out of the water this morning, and so he's going to join us right now live. Max, good to talk to you this morning. I got to tell you, you know, a lot of people watch the show regularly. People were tweeting, people were texting, people were, you know, direct messaging me on social media because they were captivated by your surfing. So how often do you go down there? What are the waves like?
Oh man, wow, thanks for having me. I try to go down as much as I can, maybe twice a month. Now I have kids, so I get out less, but yeah, waves are great today. Thanks for all the love, everyone.
Can I ask you, Max, were you a bit surprised when our cameraman approached you and told you, hey, we've been covering this all morning on our breakfast show?
I was so surprised, yeah. It was incredible. You know, I should be at the Olympics representing Canada, but
clearly.
Instead we got down to Ashbridges Bay. Is just as good as France, right?
A missed opportunity indeed. Max, let's talk about the challenge. You know, we were watching you go out there, sort of paddling through. It looks like kind of choppy out there. You got to assess your wave. What is the strategy, and how difficult is it for people who've never surfed before to, you know, get up on those waves?
Oh man, the strategy is just head down, work hard. Like really, you just got to dig in and really push. It's very difficult. Twice as difficult because last night I was out with a work event. Probably stayed out a little too late, so I maybe wasn't my best this morning, but that's all right.
So you were celebrating last night, you went out surfing this morning, and now you're on TV. Yep. It's been quite an eventful 24 hours. You mentioned how difficult it is, though, Max. Is that something people maybe don't realize?
Yeah. I think so. Learning to surf is one of the most difficult things, I think, one of the most difficult sports to learn. It's very steep curve. And then even on Great Lakes, the waves are smaller, more relentless, so it's even harder to learn than on the ocean, which you could probably tell. It's pretty rough out there, but once you get a good wave, it's all worth it. So Yeah, and there's no one else out there. So if anyone wants to join me from CP24, come down. I'll give you a lesson. Ken's coming out after,
you.
right?
And Max, I'd love to join you. And I love what you just said there about the difficulty of learning on the Great Lakes versus the oceans. Because I wanted to ask you, as we sort of watch again this one of your more successful, waves that you caught this morning, about where else you've surfed around the world, and to compare it a little bit too. Because again, people, we've been watching the surf in the Olympics, for example, that iconic shot of that one surfer who popped out, looking so majestic here, and then also just generally speaking, your own challenges of where you've surfed and what's more hard, what's more difficult, that kind of a thing.
For sure. I mean, I'm lucky. I like to go to Mexico once a year. It's easy to get down there, beautiful waves, and it's real ocean waves. The difference is the waves here are much smaller, and they stick around for much shorter amounts of time, so you have less opportunity to get there. And then they're really close together. If you look out there, it's really rough. There's a lot of white water. If you go to the ocean, you time it right, it's a lot easier. There's a lot bigger gaps between waves, a lot smoother. So it's easier to learn, but I mean, we love Toronto, right? You guys are CP24. You love Toronto. I couldn't leave here, but so we deal with what we have.
How long have you been surfing?
Is great for it. So maybe 15 years.
Okay. Oh wow!
On the lakes, 10 years on the Great Lakes, and then probably 15 years total. Yeah.
This is such a treat. We have an expert on our show right now.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. You guys could judge the wave. I'm no expert, but I put in lots of time splashing around these lakes for sure.
Now, what are the biggest, how big do the waves get on Lake Ontario? Like, what's your sort of, I don't know if bigger means better, but what would you say or more challenging, but what size waves can you get out there?
For sure. Surprisingly large, and usually in the late fall and winter is when you get really big waves. And it will very much surprise people, because you can be right downtown looking at the water and it looks like there's nothing. But if you go to the right part of the lake at the right time, the faces of the wave can be 6 to 8 feet, faces of the wave.
Right.
Yeah.
That's still a fraction of what you would have seen at the Olympics.
Yeah.
The faces of those waves were 15 or more, and just much more powerful waves. But it would still surprise you if you came out late fall, early winter to Ashbridges Bay or Bluffers Park. You'd see some crazy waves.
Yeah.
Lastly, I just wanted to ask, are people surprised at the many different surfing opportunities there are on the Great Lakes? I mean, you often think of the sea, different locations around the world, but you don't necessarily think, hey, I'm going to head down to Lake Ontario and catch the waves there.
Oh, so everyone's surprised. Even surfers who've been surfing their whole life and live in the cities, everyone comes to the same moment where they're like, oh my gosh, you can surf on the lakes. So everyone definitely gets surprised. You get weird looks all the time walking to the beach. Ken gave me a weird look when he saw me.
He gives everyone a weird look, Max.
I mean, it's...
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, listen, Max.
So it's part of the charm.
Amazing. Listen, you charmed us this morning. You captivated our attention of so many of our viewers this morning. Appreciate you being such a great sport and great surfer as well. Thanks so much for joining us this morning, and really you helped make our morning. Appreciate this, Max.
Gosh.
Thank you, Max.
Good to see you and me. Oh, this fire started with the spark. Now it's burning through my heart. Like strangers in
One of the city's most anticipated events celebrating Asian culture is back. The Toronto Waterfront Night Market kicks off tonight and runs until Sunday night at 11 p.m. For a look at what's in store, we're joined now in studio by Ben Hum, one of the organizers of the event, as well as Sabai and Rishley, who will be performing in just a moment. Good morning.
Good morning.
This festival has been around for 15 years. Tell me a little bit more of the Toronto Waterfront Night Market.
Well, certainly. It was an idea to celebrate food, culture, and community. But the night market over the 15 years, we are celebrating our 15th year anniversary this year, has actually evolved to bring together a blend of delicious Asian street food, as well as music and Asian talent that unites multi-generational families in celebration and to create more memories.
Yeah, and you have artists literally coming from all over to come this weekend to perform, and we're talking a mix of different genres.
Absolutely. This is one of the ways that we like to showcase Asian talent. We have sets of DJs that are traveling from across North America, and we focus on featuring that talent right across over the 3 days.
And I can't help but notice right here on the couch, we're looking at a couple of lion heads here as part of the lion dance. But this one looks different. Tell me a little bit more about this.
Lions are an important part of our festival because they are a cultural aspect of what we celebrate. And certainly this piece here has a little bit of history. It's a lion head that traveled with a cultural performance group that was allowed permission to stay in Canada in the 1930s. And this is how this head has been around since then.
Wow, so this is almost 100 years old.
Correct.
Amazing. And then, of course, it evolves to this with LED lights and everything.
This is certainly the modernized version of it.
So we know that you're expecting about 18,000 people to roll through. This is taking place at Hotel X this weekend. And really, aside from showcasing Asian talent and food and culture, what do you hope people will get from all this?
Well, it's really a celebration of Asian cultures, as you mentioned, but at the same time, it's a way to celebrate summer because Toronto has such a short summer. And Toronto, I would say, are very sophisticated events and festival goers. And what we like to anticipate is their needs to really celebrate and make the most of their 3 days with us, because this is how we showcase Toronto and the wonderful events and festivals that we have in the city.
And let's celebrate the fact that you survived the pandemic with all the closures.
Absolutely. Over the pandemic and post-pandemic has been a challenge for many festivals across the city. And we like to think that with the support of the city and as well as all festival lovers, that we will maintain the excellence of the Waterfront Night Market for its 15th year as well as moving forward.
I know on Friday and Saturday it's for 19 and older, but Sunday it's an all ages event.
Correct. That welcomes families.
Oh, very cool. And there is something really special about Asian street food, right? I mean, anywhere you go in Asia, sometimes the best food is literally just from the vendors on the streets.
Absolutely. And it's really your nose that might notice what's the difference. Everything from stinky tofu to bubble tea to all sorts of treats that are very popular across Asia. Yeah. Now you can get them right here in the city.
All in one weekend, right there at Hotel X. For more information, you can go to waterfrontnightmarket.com. Now, we do have a couple of very special guests here that are going to perform for us now. Sabai, who just released a new album called North Star, so check that out, as well as Ridgely. Take it away.
All the strangers turn lovers at the speed of a racer. Don't wake me, nobody press the alarm. Stuck in a daydream, a million days and nights. Tell me, do you remember a million days go by? Baby, will you be mine? Yeah, I wanna be. Stuck in a daydream, I wanna be, yeah. Stuck in a daydream, I wanna be, yeah. Stuck in a daydream, I wanna be, stuck in a daydream. I wanna be, yeah. Stuck in a
Sabai and Ridgely, and of course our beautiful lion right there. Again, the Toronto Waterfront Night Market starts tonight all the way through till Sunday at Hotel X. For more information, waterfrontnightmarket.com. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're going to take a break here on CP24 Breakfast.